wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. I go by the name of Charlamagne the God. One thing for sure, two things for certain. As much as we play that song, okay, at the same time, every morning, somebody getting some damn residuals. Okay, the label, Chris Brown, the radio royalties on that record got to be through the roof as much as we play that damn song all the goddamn time at the same time. This fool Envy gonna walk in and knock my headphones out. You can't just be late and be disrupting everything when you walk in, man. Okay? It's time for front. Jess, y'all walking at the same time?
Yeah.
Y'all just got back from the gym? I know y'all went to go work out yesterday. y'all just got back?
We just got back from the gym.
Oh. Stupid. No.
Let's get some front page news.
Yeah.
Morgan,
what's up, Morgan?
Hey, girl.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday Eve. How we feeling on a Thursday?
Feeling good, girl.
Good. Like to hear it. All right, y'all. So first on front page, unfortunately, the death toll does continue to rise following that catastrophic flooding in central Texas. Now, crews continue to search for over 170 individuals that's presumed missing. The disaster has already claimed the lives of more than 100 people. In Kerr County alone, officials have confirmed that 95 people are dead. At least 160 others remain unaccounted for. Among the missing are 5 campers and a counselor from Camp Mystic, that all-girls camp that sits along the Guadalupe River that was washed away. Search and rescue operations are continuing. Now, there are growing questions over the use of emergency alert systems in Texas, despite the administration, saying everything was fully staffed and all well. Now, the floods were, new reports indicate a Volunteer Hill Country firefighter asked for what is called a code red hours before that flood hit, but it was not immediately sent out because it needed to be approved. There needed to be approvals in place, right? So Kerr County Sheriff Larry Letha, he says he wants answers as to why the emergency alert was not immediately sent out. Let's take a listen to his comments.
I believe those questions need to be answered to the family of the missed loved ones, to the public. I want that answer, and we're going to get that answer. We're not running. We're not going to hide from everything. That's going to be checked into at a later time. I wish I could tell you that time. I don't know that time.
Man, God bless all those individuals. It's a damn shame you need approval to save lives or to attempt to save lives. Like, that's one of those things that, I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah, I'd rather be wrong than right. Absolutely, in that situation.
Now, Sheriff Larry Letha, he went on to say that their primary focus is, of course, recovering the nearly 170 or more the missing people. So, meanwhile, in Washington, D.C., President Trump's pick to head the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, also known as NOAA, which includes the National Weather Service, says the fatal flooding in Texas should be a wake-up call. His name is Neil Jacobs, and he said if confirmed, he will make upgrades to the weather forecasting, adding it's personal for him after a weather alert saved his life. Let's take a listen to his comments. Neil Jacobs.
I'd also love to advance and modernize NOAA Weather Radio. NOAA Weather Radio saved my life in 1996. I was at a campsite in Florida and it issued a tornado alert. I drove around the campsite and held my horn down and told as many people as I could to leave. When we went back to the campsite, it was nothing but bare dirt.
Wow. So they named it NOAA, like Noah's Ark?
Yeah, NOAA. It's the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. It's been around for some time, long.
It's NOAA.
I mean, they say NOAA, though. Mm-hmm.
I know, right?
There's got to be some type of correlation there. Flooding, NOAA, right?
Well, you ain't lying about that. I mean, I thought the same thing, but yeah. So Jacobs, he did say that he promised that if he was confirmed, that staffing at local weather services will be a priority of his. Now, my good sis, Loren LoRosa, sent me a clip of Bill Nye the Science Guy talking on CNN about what to do about these flooding events. I know we've been asking, what can we do? And Bill Nye the Science Guy actually said the answer is to stop burning fossil fuels. So that sent me down quite the rabbit hole. Apparently, burning fossil fuels contributes to flooding through climate change, primarily because it causes the sea level to rise and increases the intensity of rainfall. So just to give you guys a little science tidbit there, that might be something that we should look into as the flash flood warnings continue to increase across the country. I mean, we've gotten some recently in the DMV. Washington State is also impacted. Pennsylvania, we've seen some impacts in North Carolina as well. But and then, of course, as the rain continues or the weather continues, that still continues to impact those who are already impacted in the Central Texas area. So it's just, it's devastating, but the need is urgent. And if you are moved to donate, you can do so to the Kerr County flood relief fund at communityfoundation.net. All those donations go to trusted local organizations that provide food, shelter, healthcare, and hope to those impacted in Central Texas. So communityfoundation.net is a viable source to donate to.
You know what's so crazy? My youngest daughter, came up to me and told me that she said Trump is the reason that the weather's messed up. And I said, well, what are you talking about? She said they cut the budgets, and since they cut the budgets, if you look at your Apple app and you look at the weather app, the app is always wrong. They see 90% rain and it won't rain all day. They say 80%, and she's like, she was like, everybody's blaming it on Trump. They cut the budgets, and now people are not predicting the weather right.
Damn, she need to come up to the Breakfast Club. She can give us some more information.
Hello.
That sounds crazy.
Nice to know that they're paying attention, though. You know, to you them.
Yes.
Hello.
I understand though, but but you can't blame Trump for everything. Like this is years and years and years of people, not taking climate change and things like global warming as serious as they should.
Yeah.
Like I know if it's convenient to always point the finger at Trump, but let's not act like these problems weren't compounding before he got
for
here.
a long time, right? Yeah. Well, that is front page news. All right. Morning, everybody. It's CJNV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get some front page news. What's up, Morgan?
Hey, y'all. Hey, so if you missed it, or in case you missed it, President Trump hosted several African leaders at the White House yesterday in an effort to build economic ties. Now, before a lunch meeting with the 5 leaders, Trump told reporters any trade in the region with the U.S. will be tied to ending ongoing conflicts between African nations. And he also praised U.S. influence around the world. Let's take a listen to President Trump's comments at that lunch.
You guys are going to fight, we're not going to trade. And we seem to be quite successful in doing that. There's a lot of anger on your continent. We've been able to solve a lot of it. And trade seems to be a foundation that I've been able to settle a lot of these disputes, like as an example, India and Pakistan.
So India officials have actually previously disputed those claims, saying that trade was not discussed in those negotiations. But, I'm not going to get too much into that. However, during the meeting, Liberian President Joseph Boakai, he spoke on moving the U.S.-African relations forward, and President Trump had an interesting response, a sort of a compliment, I guess. Let's take a listen to their exchange.
We want to work with the United States in peace and security within the region, because we are committed to that. And we just want to thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, thank you. It's such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where?
Yes, sir.
In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. It's beautiful English.
Sure.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well.
Very good, sir.
Yo, crazy. This man is wild, yo.
That's a racist microaggression though. Like when a white person tells a black person they speak so well,
They speak so proper.
because it's like they didn't think, it was unexpected to them
They
to
didn't
think that
expect for you to be smart enough to speak properly.
Like a backhanded compliment, right? Okay, so it is
I
important.
ain't gonna lie though, I do need more of that though. I would pay to see Jubilee do a 20v1 President Trump versus 20 African leaders. Oh, the comedy that would ensue.
Oh my gosh. So it is important to note that Liberia is an English-speaking country. Just a historic fact. That's because, many Black American slaves that were freed, they were sent back to the country in the 1820s. Yeah, I'm not going to get too much into that either.
The other good part about that is Donald Trump threw all his own people under the bus. He goes, there's people up here that don't know how to speak.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but also there were the other African nations too that were sitting at that table too. So it was his people, other African. I was like, oh gosh.
He just throw everybody under the bus.
Everybody. He don't even care.
Damn.
The shade is okay. Okay, Mr. President. So meanwhile, President Trump is once again threatening the federal government, a federal government takeover of Washington, D.C. Now, the president offered his thoughts during a recent meeting with his cabinet. He's made several threats to take over the city, claiming he could do a better job than the current administration, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser and her team. So let's take a listen to those comments.
We're looking at D.C. We don't want crime in D.C. We want the city to run well. Susie Wiles is working very closely with the mayor, and they're doing all right. I mean, in the sense that we would run it so good, it would be run so proper. We'd get the best person to run it. The crime would be down to a minimal, would be much less. And we're thinking about doing it. To be honest with you, we want a capital that's run flawlessly.
So yeah, Trump went on to say that they're testing it to see if it works right now, and again adding that the federal government could do a better job of enhancing public safety and beautifying the city. Now, DC Mayor Muriel Bowser, she has responded to the president's threats of a takeover. She said he's been threatening to take over the city for the last 2 years, and added that her office is working closely with President Trump's team, focusing on shared priorities for the city. So that my people in the DMV will continue to watch and see what happens regarding that, or at least my people in DC, because I know the DC people are like, M and B ain't us. Anyways, and local news out of Philly, a strike that led to a trash pileup. I know you guys, I'm not sure if you guys been following this.
For sure.
But yeah, so a strike that led to a trash pileup in Philadelphia appears to be over. Some 9,000 public sector union workers walked off the job 8 days ago, halting trash collection and other services. Well, as of yesterday, both sides have reportedly agreed to a 9% wage increase over the next 3 years. When workers return, they'll be dealing with overflowing garbage on the streets that's created a foul odor across the city of brotherly love. But at least, the city will start to see some cleanup in that regard. So, and if we got time for one more,
why does I just don't understand why you don't want to pay public servants more money, man. Like, these are the people that literally make our lives better every day. You know how stink a city would be, how nasty a city would be, how much disease and rats and filth would pile up if the garbage people didn't do their job. Pay them more money. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard to pay the people who make our lives easier more money.
That makes no sense.
It don't make any sense to me.
And I don't know, did you see the videos and pictures?
I saw some of the videos.
Man.
Crazy.
Blocks and blocks
That
and
is
blocks
disgusting.
of
I know Philly is real tight. It's like
infested. It's horrible.
By the way, I don't even have to see the video. I just don't understand why people like garbage men don't make more money. They are the public servants that literally make our lives easier. The only time garbage people piss me off is when they be parked in the middle of the road collecting the trash and I'm on the way to work. Get out the way so I can get to work early in the morning. Other than that, salute to all the garbage men out there. And garbage women. I ain't never seen a garbage woman, though. I'm going to be honest.
I've seen some. It's a lot of them in Baltimore.
Okay.
In Baltimore.
Woo. Hey, Baltimore. All right, y'all. That's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Follow me on socials at Morgan Media for more news coverage. Follow at Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app and visit us at BINnews.com. Thank y'all. Have a good one.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.